G'day guys, Tom from Smoky Pastures Barbecue here. Today's video we are doing tri-tip brisket style on the Weber Go Anywhere. Right guys, snake set up here. It is the day before. Showing you this now because it's probably going to be dark when I get up and get this going. Briquettes, bottom of the GA, 200mm riser, and then I'm going to slap this new rub and grub diffuser plate in underneath the grate, and what we're cooking is this big hunk of meat here. So this is actually a tri-tip, which normally you reverse sear, and you can see there next to the GA how big it is, but normally we reverse sear this, but given the amount of intramuscular fat, I'm going to actually try and treat it like a brisket. So we're going to take it through all the way to brisket doneness, about 200, 205, and then slice it up like brisket. So it should be nice and smoky, and it won't dry out, I hope, because of, well, just look at that marbling. Anyway, see how we go. Okay, so it's a bit after 6. And we got some coals lit, about 10 coals. I'm just letting some Blackwood, got some Natural Smoke Blackwood wood here today to give us plenty of smoke during the cook. I love it on beef. So that's just going to get a little bit of air and warm up. Just got this bottom vent at the back here just a smidge open. Going to put that diffuser in and the grate in a minute. And we've seasoned up our tri-tip with our brisket rub. Definitely my favourite on beef. Alright, getting up to temp guys, been about 10 minutes. Got both top vents open. Blackwood's burning really nicely now, so we got some beautiful colour smoke. So meat's going to go in, probably check back in a couple of hours. 2 hour mark boys. Okay, so it's been a couple of hours. Did open up the vents a little bit to just bring the temp up. It just dropped down a little bit, so otherwise it's been extremely consistent. Just some beautiful smoke coming out there. So 2 hour mark, moment of truth. Oh yeah, that's looking pretty good. A little bit of fat dripping down there onto the diffuser. We might end up in about an hour's time putting a little bit of foil under there just to sort of collect that fat and so it doesn't run away and we don't lose any of that goodness. So that's where we're at with those bottom vents right now. See how we go in a couple more hours. Okay, so it's been about another 2 hours, holding nice and steady. And like any good backyard video production, we've got some wanker with a lawnmower going in the background, so bear with me. So about an hour ago, I put this foil tray, this little sort of boat underneath it. Now I haven't added any liquid. That's just the rendered fat that's come out of this tri-tip. It is looking unbelievable. We're firmly in the stall now, so I'm just going to keep it in there, try and push through. And I don't want to wrap it. We got plenty of time today, so let's see how we go. Alright, 6.5 hours. I think we're there. Let's have a little look. Our tray's still holding up, our little homemade foil tray. Little probe. Now, temp is just a guide. I'm sort of going off feel here too, but that's basically going in with no resistance. So let's just take that off. I'll show you how we're going to wrap it up. Alright guys, so going to wrap in butcher's paper today. I've brought it over on this, on the actual cooking grate. I'm going to set that on there. And then I'm just going to get this foil here. And we're just going to tip all those nice juices that we've saved in the foil back over the top. Try and retain as much of that beefy, fatty goodness as possible. So I've got a double wrapped piece of foil here. Oh, sorry, a piece of butcher's paper. Just going to roll this over once, roll it over again, roll that side up like that, and roll that side up like that. And then we're going to pop that, wrap it up in a towel, and then put it in the esky. Okay folks, this is the part you've been waiting for, and I have all day as well, so let's just take this one out of the peach paper. And you can see the paper here has absorbed a fair bit of that, that fat. Check that out. That looks sensational. Alright, we'll do a live slice. Can't rehearse this one, so let's just cut into it and see what we're working with. That looks pretty good to me. I'm going to cut myself a nice little slice. Doesn't look like too much of the fat's rendered out. Not sure it's quite long enough to do a bend test, but I don't know if you can have a look at that. Let's have a taste test. That's really different compared to a brisket. Amazing flavour. Absolutely love it. So yeah, got a nice little smoke ring. I think the bottom's overcooked just a little bit slightly. It's quite hard on the bottom, but anyway, we'll see how we go. Cheers. So we've sliced this up, looks real pretty. What do we do with it? Well, I'm glad you asked. Here's a recipe suggestion. Alright guys, so the really good thing about using tri-tip here instead of a brisket is you've got these perfect size little slices to make yourself a nice little beef slider here. You get perfect bark all the way around, so it's a bit of a flavour explosion. Simple brioche slider, slice, and some nice slaw. I like to put a fair bit of lemon juice in my slaw so it's a bit acidic. You can chuck some pickles in there to break through that fat. This tri-tip, really amazing. I forgot to mention that it's actually beef from Mayura Station Wagyu. It's full blood Wagyu, so very fatty, but flavour is just unreal. However, to complement it in a sandwich, you probably want to have something, you know, that's going to cut through that acidity like some slaw. So anyway, don't forget the American cheese, and make sure it's slightly melted, otherwise someone on the internet is going to yell at you. Alright, cheers. That's really good.